Yo, what's up everybody? Jumping here. Today I wanted to give you guys a quick tip for Anthem. If you want to become stronger, what you want to do is not have your support gear equipped. Now you might be wondering, wait a minute, what? Because if you unequip your support gear, you're going to be a lower power level. Well, I've already tested this and I can tell you 100% that this works, but I'm going to actually go ahead and demonstrate it to you guys to see how my damage will go up by not having the support gear equipped. Now I've read and heard that your defense will go up as well. It's kind of hard to tell that, but I want to say that it does, but I'm not 100% on that. But I definitely know that your damage will. Now, if you're wondering, how do you unequip a support gear? Well, the only way you can do it is to make a new loadout. So if you already have 5 loadouts, you need to delete one, make a new one, and set it to default. Now, when you are in the default loadout, you'll have no support gear equipped at all. Just don't equip anything and equip everything else. Now, I want to currently show this build real quick. I'm using a Seeker missile, and this is actually one with luck. That's why I like it for farming. But everything is the same on this build with my other build. So I'm using 2 weapons. They are the same, but one has defense, one has offense. I have a frag grenade on here, and here are all my components I have on currently, and you can see them because I just want to demonstrate that both of these builds are exactly the same. The only difference is one does not have support gear and the other one actually does have support gear. So let me go ahead and equip this other build now. Ever since the patch, actually changing your loadout is a nightmare. I don't know why this is so difficult. I'm hitting the button and nothing is happening. And I moved up a little bit there and it like, oh my god. AAA game, guys. AAA game. Come on, there we go. We got it. Okay, now, one of the differences between the 2 builds is that this build is a legendary ranger, and the other build is not because it has no support gear on. Now, what is actually happening here, from what I can tell, is that I think that by having a support gear on currently, the highest you can get rarity is epic, and that's it. I think everybody knows that. They need to hurry up and come out with the masterwork ones and the legendary ones. But I think what is actually happening now, and maybe it's the patch that did this, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it's always been this way. It's really hard to say. But I believe it is actually giving you a negative 38 power instead of actually giving you a positive 38 power. Now, it could be something else, but that's my theory. Because by not having it on, you are going to be stronger because instead of being negative 38 power, you actually just have 0. So right now, this build is visually 760 Legendary Ranger. But the other build without the support gear is 722. Now, if I'm correct, and you're actually receiving negative 38 when you have your support gear on, which I could be wrong about the number, but this is my theory. What is actually happening is that I am truly 684. So there's a big difference there between power, and that's where you're getting that huge buff by not having it equipped. So they really need to fix this. Because if this is actually giving you negative power, and by not having it on, you are basically buffing yourself because you are gaining power in reality, that means that once they actually fix this, and we actually will gain an additional 38 power, we will be a lot stronger. So we don't really know how strong we are right now. And that is because we do not actually have our support gear working properly. And that's just ridiculous. So like I said, you are better off not having the support gear on if you're looking for more damage and all that type of good stuff. The biggest problem that I can see is a lot of people, including myself, will use the support gear for luck. It's really easy to go and craft a lot of support gear to try to get one with a high percentage of luck. And everybody wants to get that 90% luck cap. Now, in reality, a lot of people are debating that now, and this is something you guys can actually go out and try. I tried it myself. I personally do think that the cap is 90, but one thing people are saying is that they are going into Grandmaster 1 with like 300% luck, and they're getting a lot of legendary drops. Now, I've done that, and like I said, I don't personally feel like that is right, but you never know with this patch. I do believe that the cap was definitely 90 before the patch, but after this patch, who knows? If they broke the support gear, they broke the storm ice abilities, there's a lot of problems that came from the patch. They fixed a lot of things, but they caused a lot of new problems. and you just never know. So it's something that you might want to test out. Try to go into Grandmaster 1 with a lot of luck and see what happens. But when it comes to the support gear, this is 100% a problem. I definitely want them to fix it, but I'm going to demonstrate it to you right now on how this works. I'm going to first show you this build, which is the exact same as the other one, with the support gear. Then I'm going to swap to the one without support gear, and we're going to go and look at the damage numbers. Alrighty guys, well currently I'm on Grandmaster 3, I'm in free play, and we're going to be testing this against enemies that are elite minions. So, as you can see, I have the support gear on currently, and now we're going to go and hit some enemies and do some damage testing. I'm going to start with a melee, and then I'm going to do a combo. And then after that, I'll try to do pretty much everything else that I can do that will show the difference in damage. So, let's find an enemy to melee. There should be one that will spawn right over here, and he did. There we go. Out of thin air, 26,000 on that. I did the combo. He did not die. Now for the other enemy, I'm going to shoot him, if I can actually aim at him. And right there, that is hitting him for 2,200, 29. Now let me actually get my ultimate, and we can actually test that. Luckily, that's really easy with the Ranger, with frag grenades. So here we go. Now, let's do the ultimate, and let's see how hard this will hit. This hits for 86,000 damage. So there you go. I guess technically I could test the bullet damage as well. Let me go ahead and shoot this guy in the head. 4,239. I'm not sure if the bullet damage is going to get buffed or not, because that's probably based more around the weapon itself. But we now know how much damage my combo did, we know how much damage my melee did, and how much damage my gun did over time with its effect, and also my ultimate. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other build, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, and you're going to see the large increase in damage. Alrighty guys, let's do this. Now the first thing you're going to notice is I have no support gear at all. You can actually look at my powers, and that means I can't even use it. Now, that's actually probably a problem for some people like the Interceptor. Having the target beacon is really nice. Now, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a melee. I'm going to do a combo. I'm going to shoot the enemy. I'm going to see how much damage over time my gun will do. I'm going to use my ultimate. So, let's see. Now, the jump melee for the Ranger is actually a lot stronger. But right there, that was 32,000. That is a 6,000 buff. Now let's find one with full health, and I'm going to do a combo on him. So boom, he's dead. If you remember last time, he did not die from that combo. Now let's go ahead and shoot one and see what this does. The damage of the gun looks to be the same, so I was correct on that. But the damage over time is now 2,700 instead of 2,200. And now let's go ahead and get our ultimate and test that out. One more grenade should do it. Go into the ultimate, and let's see what we get. 105,000. So that is a 20,000 damage buff to the ultimate. So overall, it seems to be about a 20% buff to my damage, and that is pretty crazy. So I would 100% recommend, if you want to be stronger, do not use your support gear. I really do believe that it's giving you negative power, and that is just ridiculous. Now, the only real problem that I can see from this is that I know a lot of people use the support gear for luck, and that's a real bummer if you have to lose some luck. But if you want to be stronger, then definitely remove the support gear. And I really do hope that BioWare will fix this and also come out with the Masterwork and Legendary support gear. That would be amazing. Just imagine, if I'm correct in my theory, I would be doing an additional 20% right now if my Epic support gear would work. If I had a Masterwork support gear, that would probably be almost 40%, and God knows what it would be if I had a Legendary support gear. So that is just crazy. Alrighty guys, well that's going to do it for the video. I really hope that you have enjoyed it and that this has helped. If it has, will you please like the video for me? Be sure to subscribe for future Anthem videos, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day, and peace out.